And there we go. Looks like the live stream is starting up. Everything looks good, so we're on. Hey there, everybody. So this is an impromptu live stream today. I just wanted to catch folks up on a couple of things, talk about what I'm doing this week and into next week, and then also talk about some general weirdness going on my YouTube account. So there we go. Actually, let's start with the general weirdness of the YouTube account because this might be impacting some of you. This morning, I got several different messages, comments on recent videos, as I do every day. I also get emails asking questions from my Teachable or my other online classes and also on the YouTube. And so I answered several people this morning, replied to their comments, and their comments are gone now, and my replies are gone. In addition to that, I also have a couple of different services on my iPhone so that I can keep up with what's going on with the channel, get notifications when people leave comments and things. And I had a couple other people leave comments, and those comments were partially posted to my YouTube studio on my iPhone. So I saw the start of the messages, but then when I came to sit down on my main YouTube account on my computer, those comments were gone too. So I can say for a fact, 3 different commenters' comments are gone. My responses to them are gone. And another person got in touch wondering if I'd seen the previous comment on a different video, and that one's gone too. So I don't know what's happening with YouTube, but I just wanted to let channel subscribers know. Hey, CJ, how are you doing today? Good to see you on here. Thanks for popping up for an impromptu video. I had no expectation of doing this today. But so as I kept getting more messages, both on the iPhone and through notifications on YouTube, and then finding that comments were just gone, I just wanted to let folks know, if you are leaving comments here, I do get back to them. I don't ignore comments. And I don't have any weird screening or filtering or anything. We haven't blocked anybody here. So this is just kind of generally weird, but I thought I'd share it. And I do know that YouTube's been going through some changes, doing away with the thumbs down dislikes and other things. So I don't know what's going on, where they're watching channels, if they're watching for something specific. I do know that sometimes in the comments, they will screen a comment if you put links in. But, you know, I don't think we've had any of that. But if, you know, for those of you who've made comments and you're not seeing them posted here, maybe they're even gone. Did you put links in with them? I'm not sure. So I did want to share that one with you. I wanted to let everyone know, not ignoring your comments, and I'm sorry that they're going off into space for some reason. Now, I took time from what I was doing. I've been working on doing some new setups. As I mentioned in a recent video here, Drone Harmony has come out with a new feature for their waypoint missions where we can do 360 panos. So I've been really excited about that because now I can plan my 2D and 3D modeling sites. I can plan waypoint sites. I can plan waypoint sites with video or with stills. And now I can plan waypoint missions with 360s as well. So all the things that we can automate and reuse for when we're doing construction progression reporting and, you know, time-lapse images or time-lapse 360s, any little bit helps, and this is helping a lot. So this morning, I spent a little bit of the morning going through and pre-planning some flights for tomorrow with my Android tablet. And so I set up the routes and I set up the ability for doing the 360s. So I'll be testing those tomorrow. So I was doing that on the Android, and actually I don't know why I just minimized that. It's relevant now. So I've already started putting together a video on doing these setups from the Android application. The next thing that I'm going to be working on today is I'm going to do the same thing or a very similar thing close to one of the properties that we're working, and I'm going to utilize Drone Harmony's main website to set these up as well. So we're going to do a flight test with what I set up on the Android, and we're going to do a flight test with what I set up on Drone Harmony's website. So this should be pretty interesting. But this is kind of one of those features that pushes me over to over the edge and says, now it's time to start fully utilizing this app or that app. As many of you know, I've used the DJI Go 4 app for doing 360s. I've used Litchi for doing 360s. And the one thing we could never do with either of those applications was create waypoint routes that integrate the 360s and other features. So for the type of work I'm doing, this is a big bonus. It might not be as important or interesting to other folks, but in what we're doing for our day-to-day operations, this could save me a lot of time. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's minimize the Final Cut window where I've been assembling that first video. And I did make my little sign for a little bit of channel weirdness today. And once again, if you're having problems making comments, my apologies for that. I don't know what else to say. Let's grab Google here and let's just hop over to the Drone Harmony page. So I was checking out my Drone Harmony setup after doing it on the Android. So I just saved it on the Android. And that is one of the powerful features of Drone Harmony as well, is that you can be syncing across multiple devices and you can have multiple teams out in the field utilizing the sites that you set up with Drone Harmony. So I did all of this setup by hand, just touching around the Android pad there, and just did this very simple waypoint mission that's going to generate several 360s for me. So this was done on Android. The next thing that I'm going to be doing, I'll be following up, is making a similar mission, but just doing it right here on the Drone Harmony website. And then making sure that both of these things look very similar when I get out to the job location to do these flights. So I'd actually talked to one of the folks that I'm working with on this particular location, and they're thrilled to have this be part of this video, helping to document their build site. So there we go. Now, as you can see on here, I'm just, let's go ahead and close that for a moment. So here we have the flight path, so what's going on here. And when we click onto this, you can see each of the waypoints, I had set them in the Android app at 60 feet. But right now we're in the world of meters. So on here, 18 meters, so that sounds about right for 60 feet. And so I did all of these the same. We'll try varying some elevations as we go along with testing more of this. So when I do the flight, it's going to be a very short flight. Maximum flight height is going to be 18 meters. We've got 6 waypoints in total. We've got 4 panoramas. Don't you like that? It's actually giving me the report on how many panoramas are going to be in this. We've already said which drone we're going to be using. And so the only thing left to do with this one is actually go out and fly it and give it a whirl. So once I'm done with this one, I can also clear this out under my site storage. Let's go take a look at the Lotus site. So there we have the Android 360, and I had saved the updates. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing, not on screen with you, I'm going to do this off screen so that I can edit all this again. The next step will be to make a new site, and then we're going to do a similar thing here. So right now this site is visible for me, but we can hide that away. And once we've got that hidden away, we can work on, let's see here. Let's go ahead and close that Android 360 out there on the right hand side. So now we've got a clean map to work with. By the way, let's go back and see load site. So as you can see here, the Android 360 is still saved. It's just not displaying on screen right now, which is great. So my next step in here is going to be a very simple one. CJ, this is a bit of a game changer for me. I got a funny response from the guys at Drone Harmony. They're great folks, but they didn't realize how important this was to me. So they dropped a note and said that when we're out doing these jobs for our clients, and I'm using Ground Station Pro for part of it, and Litchi for part of it, or Map Pilot for part of it, or Drone Harmony for part of it, each of these apps has their place, and they've got their valuable solutions. I've really wanted it all integrated in one place, so I don't have to remember I set this app up, that app up, and another app up. And with some of the new additions that the folks at Drone Harmony have made, they are making it to the point where, yeah, I think we do have the one-size-fits-all now, which is fantastic. So just to show you guys quick, for anyone who's missed me playing with this, maybe it was a week ago now, I'm just going down to the right-hand corner of this real quick. I'm clicking the plus button. I am heading on down to manual because I want to do some manual waypoints. So we can give this a name. So we could do DH website, and that flight plan, once again, we'll put it at 18 meters. We're going to use the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Pro's camera, and we're going to go ahead and select that. And then my flight speed, let's switch over to miles per hour. This is not going to be speeding along. I want it to take its time. And now I can start laying these things out. So there we go. The flight speed's been set for me. And I can click right on here, and let's do our launch and landing areas in the same spot or really close to each other. Hello, Nate. How are you doing today? Let's see. CJ, that's fantastic. I wish I could use it for the Phantom 4 RTK. I'm not sure. I know they support the Phantom 4. Did they not list support for the RTK setup? I'm not exactly sure, CJ. After I'm done with this, I'll go over to their website again and check out their compatibilities here. So we've got these two little items right in here. And nice to meet you, Nate, by the way. Let's see. I'm just going to click out here, and we're just going to make a new waypoint. And let's move this waypoint over here while we're at it. And so this is looking similar to the one I did on the Android. Once you pick one of your waypoints, let's click on that waypoint again. And we can do a position, set altitude, set our gimbal, or convert to panoramic. So there it is, nice and easy right there. When I click on the convert to panoramic, let's do this real quick. And waypoints converted. You'll notice that it now has like a little star symbol around it. On the Android app, it's funny, it looks like a little circle with pizza slices in it. So that made me want lunch. So anyways, I can go up to the next one, do the same thing, turn it into a panorama. And we could also leave other waypoints not as panoramas. We could set the gimbal and rotate them. Maybe we want to take some still photos on the same flight path, and we want to do the 360s over and over again on the same flight path. This is going to answer that. So tomorrow I'll be out flying with this with both my Android setup version and my Drone Harmony website setup version. And we'll try to get this one up probably for the start of next week. And I think it's going to be probably done in 2 parts, because first we went through the setups, and then we also want to go through the flights. So my visual observer will be right along with me, and we'll be keeping a very close eye. Whenever we do testing on any new features on any of the apps, we always like to get ourselves places that are away from a lot. So while we've got some, we've got the new home build site in this area, we also have a lot of open space around here. There's not a lot of homes in this area yet. So it is a good place for testing. And provided that everything goes well, it'll be a good place for setting up some new flights for that property that we're going to be working on. So all right, everybody, that's it. That was the super quickie one here, 13 minutes long. And once again, to those of you who are leaving comments on the channel, if the comments are disappearing or I'm not replying, I always do reply. And so if they're disappearing, double check if you're putting links in there, or I'm not sure what else could be going on. For all I know, tomorrow, YouTube will have all of those comments that went missing on me today. Okay, everybody, I hope you're having a great week here. We're coming up to the weekend. We're well into, well, not well into, but we're into December, and we're having the super cold nights here in Prescott, Arizona. So it is feeling like winter here. So when we are going out to our job sites, we're going a little later to let the sun break over the sky and warm things up a bit for us. All right, everyone, have a great rest of the day. And thanks for those of you who stopped by for a couple minutes on this really, really quick live stream that we have here. See you again real soon.